Hello, dreamers. Welcome back. How are you all doing on this beautiful night? It's Mihai, your dream dragon and your guide to this strange and wonderful world. Make yourself comfortable. What's going on, y'all? I was seeing some stream streaks as we... Oh, thank you. Might as well get my glasses off. Thank you, Blue Rose. 25 streaks. And Max, you've been streaking for 45 streams now. And I know there's some other long ones in there as well. Like DM, I was gonna say, how many streams where you're like, hey, boss man, you need to like stream at normal hours when I can normally show up. So I think you maintain your Wing 037. Oh, golly. Heck, y'all. Ooga booga. Bonjour, Tuxel. Hello. Good morning. How you be today? Welcome in, Daydreamer. Haven't figured out how to fix the stream streak issue. Stream streak issue? Is there an issue? What's going on? Is there something that's acting up? Uh-oh, is there something I need to fix? 60 no! No, Violet, no. You take that number, and you make that number vanish. We're gonna have one more so that we will not claim that one. No. It is forbidden. It is verboten. 9. Oh no, the cursed number. Dandy was not able to... And hello, Lexi Phantom. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. Dandy was not able to see there last I heard. 50 for Tuxel. Oh my god. 107 for Nyachan. Holy heck, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you all. Thank you. You are always welcome, and I always appreciate seeing you all. So, just know that this place will be your escape whenever you need to get away. As always, it'll only cost a memory. So, I've been trying to think about where to go tonight. Because I thought, let's just have some fun. Let's just roll with it. And then all of a sudden, Nintendo drops big news where they're like, so we heard you like Star Fox. Hey, Dragon Man, we got a special surprise for you. You remember when you were a little whelp and you were doing barrel rolls, and then more barrel rolls, and then more barrel rolls, and then can't let you do that, Star Fox, and some barrel rolls? And then all of a sudden, Fox and Falco got like super huge and were only wearing like really small thongs and were stomping on Corneria City and stuff like that. Star Fox was weird. But Plague Doctors, I know Plague Doctors would make everything better. Just imagine. So, surgery, ouch. And please do have an easy time healing. Go easy on, hopefully you don't need too many things to help numb the pain. But, take care of yourself, rest, recover, snuggle with your pup, and do have an easy recovery. How do I like the comic so far? So Max, I did see it. I need to read it still. So I've not been able to get too far into detail with that yet, but make it, keep working on it. I'm catching up a little bit on the creative channel today. Just a little on the busy side. Had a little stuff I had to take care of before I could come see y'all again. Need to control bats? No. Why do I need to control the good little girl? She's a good girl. Bats, Zizi, she good girl. She gives you a big old face hug and takes all of your sorrows away. All of your sorrows away. All of your nightmares. Everything that causes you pain. She just gives you a big old hug. Just pulls it out of you. She's like a good vampire bat. So all the bad vibes, all the bad juju, she's just like, hug, plump. So she can steal chairs. She can steal all the stuff she wants. She can have a big chair. She can have a little chair. It's perfect. It works for her. Speaking of the forbidden number, I know. Oh god, that cursed little thing, which technically is not fan art because that actually is from Mama Avi, who right now is off enjoying life right now. She has gone off to adventure in China. So she's gonna be just enjoying that wuxia life for a little bit of time till we get back to work, and I think it's also her birthday. I think tomorrow. Is it? Tomorrow's her birthday. I think tomorrow, yeah. Working on stuff for Mermaid. Ooh. It's gonna be Mermaid. Mermaid is fun. I love seeing all the different designs that people come up with for, mermaids, mermen, any other kind of merfolk. So with that being the theme of the month, go for it. We got Mermaid. Then we get into Happy June, everyone, which, is just every explosive color and, well, y'all know what June is. Then what is it? I think it's Rage July. I forget if there's something. I think August is just, everyone is just sweaty and gross and all pissed off, so, that happens. Let's see. Is there a September one? I know there's Orktober. There's Orktober, and then apparently Tech Bros started getting into Locktober, not quite realizing that means something very different depending on who you are. But, we'll let them figure it out for themselves. Smiles big and wide. Currently doing a comic yourself, Zora. Kind of a silly one. Ooh. Well, we do like seeing comics. We do like seeing art. I always love seeing everything created. So, create. Make art. Do fun stuff. Just bring more things to life. This world needs more beauty. This world needs dreams brought to... Bat. 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 And hello to all of y'all on the other side. We've got a few sides. I even was able to get one more thing working as well, so we're going all across your collective dreamscape. Everywhere you can imagine, every thought, pulling it all together into one as you step into this world. Bat. Bat, bat, bat. Titty, bat. So y'all had any fun weeks? I'm curious. I know here I am being a Star Fox weeb. Have you all been finding any fun new games recently? I know there's been a lot of Tomodachi Life. I know Tuxel's been doing some Tomodachi Life streams. I think she was doing them. You were doing a rigging stream earlier, right? If I remember correctly. Bat. More bat. We have so much bats. Rewatching the BFG. BFG? What is... And hello, Parker. How you be tonight, my friend? Please don't stay up too late. I'm going to guess probably working on some scripts. Yeah? Some Dead Plate. Yeah, because I didn't have a chance to see it. Unfortunately, I was not free earlier today when you were streaming. I'm like the serial lurker. I will have, whenever you all are not visiting me, I will have about, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 6 streams all at once where it's like, let me listen in on someone, let me listen on someone, let me listen on this one, kind of switching between each one of them. And, of course, try to give everyone their Twitch revenue so you can get some of those nice ad bucks. Which, sadly, unfortunately, it's been like a lot of shit ads that Twitch has been pushing where, unfortunately, you get things like Takis releasing slop ads and then Optimum Online, and I'm just going, are you kidding me? Seriously. Do we have to be going through this right now? Is everyone so artless in this crap that I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Alas. But doing some more fun stuff. Let me actually try one more thing while I'm trying to set up one other thing while we are live, because it looks like this is not quite working as planned, not going according to Keikaku. Let me see, can I fix that without breaking anything? Not that. No, I don't need that. Where is the other thing? 9 million things I'm juggling at any given time. There we go. That should do the trick. Da 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 da. And open that up. Open that up. There we are. Nope, not that. Let's see. And hello, Angel. One of these days, I need to learn some Tagalog. Just so I can be able to follow along, because I know you and a few other people do pop in from that side of the world. Well, Kana Rose, thank you very much for resubbing. How are you doing tonight? Make yourself comfy. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Tonight is a pleasant night to relax, to vibe. There we are. That should work nicely. Keep an eye on one other thing. There we go. Perfect. Maybe perfect. Hopefully working. There we go. Wahoo. So anyway, where were we? RE9, but it's expensive. But think about it. Leon Kennedy. Everyone is motivated by old man Leon Kennedy. You've seen every VTuber. They see that damaged old goofball of a man, and they just want to line up and just start spanking him again and again and again and again and again and again. So, you know, Capcom knows what they created. Who can resist it? We go from Lady Dimitrescu, and before that, I think it was Chris Redfield, where he was launching boulders. Just man could suplex a boulder like it was freaking Undyne. Don't get why, Leon. You know, that's just... Resident Evil has something for everyone. Whether it's Leon, Chris Redfield, Carlos, Ada Wong, you know, for any of those who are very danger inclined. Lady Dimitrescu, step on me, please. Let me think. Who else is in there? Who else do we have in there? You know, going back to even Claire and Jill once upon a long, long time ago. What were the last games that Claire and Jill were in? I feel like I should know this. It's been a minute. Funny thing is I've never actually played a Resident Evil, but yes. So, working on the background, still need to learn how to do Leon bonking himself in the last panel of the comic. Sketch it out, I mean, you know, Ada Wong is the classic femme fatale. She just, even without any characterization, just she pretty. Lock you in. Hello, suck you. How are you doing tonight? Between Chris and Carlos and one of these You know, real for that. Real for that. It's just like, one of us, Succubay says, one of us is leaving this room pregnant, and it's not going to be me. Which, by the way, hope you are doing well. I apologize. I know I saw you were streaming a little bit earlier tonight. It wasn't Marvel Rivals, was it? But it is good to see you. So I hope you are doing well. I hope in your own realm everything is okay. So, good to see you. Good to see you. Doing RE5. Oh, you are doing RE5. Yeah. So for anyone, Succubay and I have known each other for a little bit of time, and she does Marvel content, a lot of horror stuff. So in case you might be interested in some of her things, in which, by the way, apparently there might be a new form coming at some point. Or is Succubay staying as Succubay? If I may ask. I know it's been a minute since last knowing any bit of that. Okay. Down the hole of... I mean, could you really blame anyone in the case of Resident Evil? They make the character... They got something of every kind for everyone. Even if we're looking... If you might be interested in your problematic interest. Okay, we've got Ada Wong where, alright, she will stab you in the back. And then we've also got Wesker as well for anyone who just wants, you know, evil mastermind kind of person. Okay, so it is coming along. I am curious, who did you end up going with for your artist? I think we talked about this way, way, way back. Okay, so that was all coming together. It does look like... I remember when you showed me some of the sketches way back. So it is looking solid. V-nice. V-nice. 7 minutes is all you can spare. Oh, you see, I called it. Something for everyone. 7 minutes in heaven, am I right? Or is it, I was going to say, in the case of Wesker, is it hell? Heaven or hell? Correct me which one it is. Hello, Eris. I was talking a little bit about me needing to learn Tagalog at some point, but, there will be, or is it because we're talking about Resident Evil characters? We're talking about how Resident Evil has a flavor for everyone. So, pick your choice. Just whatever you want, you've got something. Oh, my. Might go back, play the other games. I did get RE8 once upon a lifetime ago, but then I was kind of disappointed because, okay, so not gonna lie, Giant Mommy Step on Me Please was what drew me in. I saw Lady Dimitrescu and I'm just like, oh, giant woman? And then finding out that, okay, not really that much of a spoiler, but she's not in the game for that long. So I'm going, oh man, why? Why? Please, Lady Dimitrescu, one chance, please. 1 foot, 2 foot. Yes, crack my spine. Crack my 6'10" dragon boy spine. Leon is for all the girls with daddy issues, and Ada is for all the guys with mommy issues. Equal opportunity. See, there we go. Every bisexual just licking their lips with Resident Evil, like... They're like the Sonic meme of the really gross looking version of it. It's like... Slicks hair back. Me gusta. How's that for a mental image? Bazumies! Right on cue. Hello, Galaxy Wolf Star. Aloha. After the stream with Lore last week, that checks out. I mean, respectfully, of course. Very respectfully. But, just respectfully. Tall women are scary. But scary. Intimidating, perhaps. But in a very beautiful way. A very statuesque. Statuesque? All of a sudden. What was the word again? Ah, man, I can't think all of a sudden. I feel like I should know the word, but I'm drawing a blank. Make the one where the inspiration meets the creation. Ooh, okay. Make art. Make all the delicious art. All the beautiful pieces. All the creations. And of course, then also the monster fuckers. Y'all got plenty of options. Take your pick. It is good to see you, Succubay. So, I know, me being in my own little world here, I think we can find some time. I think there is a time to dream again. Healing, peace. And just, well, even if for just a brief moment to say hello, may all of your dreams be pleasant. May they be peaceful. May they be free of those who try to bring about nightmares and pain. So, you're always welcome to drift away here. And, yes, good to see you. Good to see you. I do a little. Y'all might catch me lurking here and there. I am such a serial lurker. Even a few who I know we got in the stream right now, who I will, I'm just trying to keep things on. Try to not, well, what I want to say. I don't know. I like sitting in just to watch everyone's streams. It's always hard because, Twitch, of course, is trying to encourage everyone to go be like, hey, engage. You don't count as a viewer unless you engage. I'm like, can I have the lurker command, please? Let me hit ! Lurk. Every half an hour or so to be like, I'm here. I promise, I'm here. I'm having a good time. I just like to listen into everyone's energy and hear what you got, and eventually, might be able to draw me out of my shadow. Suddenly see the form. It's like Belle seeing the beast for the first time, and she's like, oh no. And then all of a sudden she looks at him and is like, hi, big guy. Oh, actually, I should correct that. I'll put you away. That should not be showing up here. There we go. Why is people calling mommy? Because Lady Dimitrescu. We talking about Monster Mommy Step on Me, please. She just walks around like, Ethan Winters, pathetic man thing. You come into my house and... What does he do again? You harm my daughters! I will make you regret your life. Something, Mother Miranda. Don't got any redeems? I'll turn a few on as time goes on. You know, at least let things settle in for a moment. I want to make sure we all get nice and comfy. So you all can chill out. We can enjoy ourselves. I mean, I don't want to be like Whiskey Dingo, where the dude is getting freaking cream pied by everyone the moment that he shows up, where we got a million ooh-ahs coming up at the same time. We could probably, you know, step things up for a little more chaos if we ever do a Daydreamer stream. But funny that there were people paying you to step on you, because that is a marketable service. Respect. Eris, you get that bag. Holy, yeah, respect. Me dressed like Lady Dimitrescu. Yeah, no one has done me up like Lady Dimitrescu yet. Because I am a bit shorter. I believe she's something like 9 feet tall. She, really tall woman. Super giant woman. Which it's also interesting, because I know there's been some gender swaps. Like some people who go for Lady Dimitrescu and then Heisenberg. And it's interesting how... I mean, why not? PPJ like muchachota. Actually, what does muchachota mean? How tall am I? I am 6'10". So most people consider me to be on the taller side. But with dragons, it's all over the place. You got your pocket-sized kobold, and then you have, I was thinking for an example, like PJ Dragon Dao, which I think he's... Blue Rose, correct me. Is he 9 foot something or 11 foot something? I can't remember off the top of my head. Broski is tall. But... And hello, y'all. Hello, Magnus Moth. How you be? Peachy. I'm talking about Blue Rose. Yeah, Peachy Dragon Dao. Since we're talking about very large dragons. Monster woman with powerful auras. I mean, twirls hair. Tee-hee. And hello, Star. I know, just thinking about the tall dragons, and also appreciating the late night vibes. That's another fun thing, just of this whole world. Just when you listen in and find someone who's just got some different kind of vibe at every hour of the day, and just this rotating clock of whatever vibe you might be looking for. In fact, I don't think she's here tonight. How Calypsy was doing some ASMR the other night. I'm like, oh, I need to listen in. I am very fond of ASMR streams. I've been wanting to even start doing them myself. Just need to get something that is a binaural microphone so I can be able to go around from left to right and all those little sound triggers. Next Thursday will be Inglorious Nippon. Well, enjoy yourself, Zoe. Don't have too much fun now. And make sure to go enjoy a nice ryokan or something like that along the way, because I know there is plenty to enjoy culture-wise. That would certainly be a trip. Just step out of this realm and go out and just... Well, truth be told, I'd probably just enjoy hanging out at a ryokan, just enjoy some nice whiskey, and then just hot springs. Just the peace, quiet, relaxation of hot springs, and just the serenity of nature. Take my money, I need that Plague Doctor ASMR. Slams card. Tuxo whips out all of the cards like freaking Gambit, just shooting them left and right. Whiskey neurons activated. Yeah. yes, I was gonna say, we're talking about the Japanese whiskey then. Get those nice, smooth flavors. Suntory everything. Plus, the stuff's super cheap over there. It gets such a nasty markup outside of Japan. But Japanese whiskey, and just Japanese liquor in general, it's one of those things that they treat it like they treat it as super accessible. So, you can get pretty much, you can get just about anything you want. The beer is cheap, the whiskey is cheap, the sake is cheap. Of course, you got nice stuff out there, but it is still comparatively very accessible in terms of dream juice and things like that. Pick a color for my shirt in the comics. So I tend to wear a lot of black, or at least black-ish things for shirts. I'm the basic bitch where yes, it will be tight-fitting and black. But I think, of course, I like adding a little bit more texture into it. If, like, say we're doing black sheer. Oh, what else kind of things? Either that, black, magenta, purple, cyan. What else? It would kind of depend on what other colors in my palette, because I'm trying to think about that. What else would we combo? Doesn't wear? I mean, are you all objecting the fact that I kind of, let at least some of it hang out? I mean, of course, there's a point where Twitch is like, no, we can't allow you to show it because I didn't need it. But do y'all really object? Are you all going to make me cover up all of a sudden? Why I want to learn Tagalog? Mostly just so I can understand when y'all happen to drop some phrases in there that, because I don't speak Tagalog right now, just so I can be able to see without a translator. Ah, yes, and Blue Rose dropping #content. All I wanna do is see you turn into a the file name. Am I that basic? Chat, am I really that Hi, Floral. How are you? How are you doing tonight? I know I was lurking at one of your art streams the other day. So let me actually refresh my... There we go. Getting our little guy. Just eating your dinner. Fair. Make yourself comfortable. Giant Dragon coming on in, and I think the bits go to me. Thank you very much for the biddies. But... yes. Where were we now? It's gonna take an... Am I a... Okay, I think I need a poll right now. Alright, so I'm gonna throw this out to y'all. Since chat's apparently asking if I'm a furry. Not like I know friends who are going to Furry Weekend Atlanta. Not that I know that Furality is coming up in about a month. Not that, of course, Neuron activated when Nintendo drops Star Fox. Chat, are you gonna be adding me right now? Dragons are scalies, which is a subcategory. I know everyone is just like, Mihai, seriously, bro, what are you getting at, bro? Oh dear, I'm banning everyone who also puts yes, by the way. Love y'all. So just know that if you answer honestly. And also, hello to everyone on the new stream. I'm trying to keep an eye on everything there because I know this is a new thing. We are also now live on TikTok. So, finally figured out how to use that. Ugh. So, welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. I don't have an easy way to combine chats there. On my way to have Avi turn me into a fox. Suddenly I'm a dragon fox. I'm just mashing up all the species. Just all. Polar anon? Maybe. Rapidly approaches your location. 5 years, the question always stuck. Why? What gave it away? Whatever suggested that I might be a furry and or a scaly? Y'all seriously think that would be my shtick? The fact that I am a Star Fox enjoyer? The fact that, I know who my favorite character is in the entire Mario series? The fact I, as a little whelp, was in the Sonic fandom? What would ever suggest anything like that? Well, chat has said, let's see the numbers. All right, so 93% either saying yes or yes, just scaly as opposed to furry. Oh my, are y'all gonna wanna see me take a full dragon form at some point? Just change my appearance a little bit? See those shimmering scales just all up and down? Last time you saw me, I looked like I could belong in a glam rock band in a certain pizzeria. Funny how that worked. Funny the things people can see in their dreams. Golly, dreams of people falling asleep with their computers and all of a sudden it's like a man coming to them like a virus on their system. How interesting, how interesting. Fur, feathers, scales, squid. Whoa, hi Azrael, how you be tonight? Ow, one of them caught my horn. That is right, you did do that a while back. Do I have that one, Chen? I'm not sure I have that one. I think I have that. Kidnap you and put you in another castle just so a certain plumber would try and rescue you. I know, it's like a whole game. The whole, my Peach, it's date night. Oh, my Koopa King, you are so silly. Don't worry, I'll be ready soon. Oh, Mario, I baked a cake for you. It's absolute dog shit, so don't come and have it or anything. By the way, stay away. Daisy needs some help right now, so, go help her right now. Oh, Luigi's helping her. Well, why don't you're gonna be stuck in traffic. Toadsworth, schedule some traffic on the Toads Turnpike. There we go. All right. Bye, Mario. I'll be in another castle. Yeah. In fact, Zora, I think you might have seen the protogen that popped up. I added the protogen back in because I forgot you had done the protogen. Anyway, what was that? I'm sorry, Peach and Bowser shipping as I am normally. Peach, she's so cool. I'll do that later. And then, of course, bringing in Little Junior in there, that adorable little shit where he's like, ha-ha, I'm the best little successor of the Koopa Kingdom. I'm gonna make my papa proud.
Yes, you will, my son. By the way, no more game time. You've had enough game for today. But. Nope.
Nintendo was so, man. Nintendo, back when they released the Switch, I don't know if any of y'all remembered, when they were doing the whole parental control thing, which, all right, fine, that is not a fun thing for anyone to have to do, where it's like, all right, kid, come on, you played a little bit too much. You have been playing Minecraft for 12 hours. You have built an amazing thing. You will do something with this one day. You have learned Java to code your own mods, which, by the way, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it, but IktaVT has started to release a VTuber plushie Minecraft mod, which I'm gonna have to start linking because,
Good boy.
Oh, thank you, fan. Just gonna say, a certain dragon might be making a cameo in that, along with a lot of other fun people. It's like a Pokedex of whoever could be your favorite VTuber. They're probably in there. I think he's got like over 100 at this point. I mean, yeah, I don't have wings, so that is, well, as I said before, I got a little bit of a float to my walk. So, me and Minecraft, golly. You're welcome, Zora. You literally timed that when your own art came on the screen. I can't believe you. Can't believe it. Never thought I'd play Minecraft. Oh my god, I know I sound like some voice actor who did a bunch of stuff in Minecraft. He visited here a lot. It was after a lot of his life in Minecraft that he wanted to escape to this world. Funny that. Don't know what I speak about. All the stories of that guy. He just comes visiting and he's just, look hot in leather. Well, shucks. I mean, you know, nothing wrong with some leather pants here and there. Ever since the days of Yu-Gi-Oh, where you would just hear Marek Ishtar and his song about leather. Ow, wow, wow, ow, 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 let's take his leather pants. Ow, wow, wow, ow, 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 bat, let's take his leather pants. Shout out to Little Karibo, the OG of the abridged series, the original, the GOAT. Sometimes I wonder on another plane of existence if I would be something beside a dragon. I feel like GOAT would be kind of fun. Whoa, got the gamer. Hello, thank you very much for the resub. How you be tonight? 12 months. Ari Gots. Come on in and make yourself comfortable. Not gonna lie, that worked quite well. I should probably share that with y'all one of these days, because it is a classic Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, which started... Oh god, when did it... Was it...
I think Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series started 20 years ago. I'm old.
Anyway, calling back on, there we go. And hello, Jesse, good morning. How you be today? Remind me of Hitachi twins. Funny that. The things people have seen in their dreams. Once upon a lifetime ago. Good times. Good times. I see you jumping chats backs. Hi. Oh my. And Danny too? Not that old. I mean, I've been around a few dreams before. Hello, Zaddy. Hello, Diana. Welcome in. Bat. Perceive the bat. Nibello's bad right now. I know, I'm trying to see how to keep an eye on that side. Of course, now the fact that I've mentioned other words, they're like, no, we're going to deprioritize you. You're going to get like no traffic. But you know what? We'll have some fun along the way. Smiles big and wide. So glad you caught this before bed, and Bat. Thank you very much for popping in. So, may you be able to drift away and relax. Because I was debating what I wanted to do tonight. I didn't know if I wanted to be playing a game or if we're just going to kind of yap for a little bit. So, just kind of wind down, enjoy the energy. Sometimes I'd even thought about maybe trying some productivity stuff, because I'd been following some streamers who had been doing some things where they're trying to work on video editing or something else that, like co-working or kind of seeing how the sausage gets made. And, you know, I like to talk about different things, and even if it might even just be stream techniques. Like I know I was working with Tuxel and Ash on setting up some things for their own streams. So I certainly love to talk about informational things. That's a very specific number you're throwing out there. Luminous? Getting those vibes as we're facing our fears, not backing away. And I'm rising up just like the sun and the moon. Nothing to lose. I'm human and my heart's on the loose. Which I will say, y'all know by now, I love enhanced games. Whether we're talking about Tetris Effect, whether we're talking about Rez, which really hit my heart at a deep note, and even Luminous, which all of them have such great anthems. I was visiting someone else's show the other day. Last week, in fact, it was Din Ole. I need to actually, God, I should remember how to pronounce his name by now. But Din O'Leon, where Din is a genie who talks a lot about mental health. And we got on the subject of synesthesia, which, if any of you are not familiar, synesthesia is the concept, and hi Kage, how are you doing tonight? Synesthesia is the concept where you can sense different senses in a way that is connected. So if you can imagine seeing sound or something like tasting color, things that on the surface should not make sense. Obviously, you hear sound, you see light and shapes, you taste tastes, but ways in which things can be connected because there are pathways by which your brain can synthesize these things and how they come together. It's a really fascinating kind of thing. So if you can ever imagine, this sounds, right there, Eris has just said it. She describes tasting the color red and Zora purple. The one I will say is imagining tasting the color green. And the way your mind envisions it, it's a very beautiful thing, because especially with how senses are something that they're how you experience life. Whatever it might be, you're taking in all these synapses that really symbolize you are a living, breathing soul. And by perceiving them, how you can bring them all in and unifying them together like that. So here's what I would say is, if anyone ever envisions this, green to me, mind you, a somewhat large dream dragon, to me green tastes like licorice. It's a sweet flavor that's candy-like, and almost a little bit of a milkiness to it. That's what I get with that one. So now you see sound, yes. And this is also a thing for any of you when you were cubs, whelps, pups, whatever. Yes, I am talking about synesthesia. So when any of you might have been a little younger, if any of you ever had the app Winamp, Winamp was revolutionary, of course. It really kicks the llama's ass. Green, huh? Tastes kiwi. That's a good, that is, I can see that one coming to mind. Yeah, that's another, I can definitely see that. And also helps when you think of certain fruits or certain things that have a color association with them. But I taste like chocolate chip cookies. That's interesting. But the thing about it, where is I going with that? I just got derailed with my train of thought. Yes, Winamp. So Winamp had a visualizer. And a visualizer is something that will normally respond to sound input and generate something so you can see different shapes, different colors. Guys, don't eat crayons. Fair. Green to you like sour apple. That's a fair choice. Granny Smith apples, sour apple. That is another one I can definitely get for that. Mint or even lime. Can you nom to make sure? Maybe a little bit later. But anyways, so what was I saying about that? Yes. So Winamp had a visualizer. Milk Drop, it was known as. And so many ways in which you could customize this. And just for hours, watch as you see all of these frequencies take shape and respond to music and sounds. And it's a very psychedelic kind of quality because it just constantly morphs as you're watching it. And it had all these different settings. So you could really watch just colors, shapes, things that would hypnotize you. Yes, that's a way of, I'd say visualizers, it's probably someone's first taste of synesthesia because you are seeing something that is designed to visualize sound. And I know there's some ways in which things can work kind of vice versa as well. I'm drawing a blank off the top of my head. Where you can take, where you can take an image, print it out. Not necessarily sure if that would fall into synesthesia, but pink for you would be bubblegum or cotton candy. Interesting. So these are some of the things you can get into, and there's some fascinating things that someone with a background in psychology and mental health could discuss with this. The way the mind works. You thought I would taste like... Everyone thinks... I have this love-hate relationship with mint. You know, like, Mihai tastes like mint. Okay, fine. Fair enough with mint. I would probably say more like... I'd say something a bit zestier. Like, if you can imagine bitters. Something that's got a little bit of spice to it. I'd say citrus bitters of some kind. Orange is usually what comes to mind, first of all. But it's all a matter of perspective. So I know some things will certainly taste a little different. Maybe a little bit of some anise in there as well. Star anise is always a lovely flavor. Almost said a flirting joke. Oh my. A flirting joke, eh? Are we practicing our flirting right now? Are we having an Undertale moment? Are we wiggling at the motor smalls, and are the mold smalls wiggling back? Orange with a touch of cinnamon. I mean, mint can also be a very nice flavor. It's interesting. I feel like if we have almond in there, then also hello. Oh, look at that little. That is an adorable little. Oh, you got a palm bomb. I did not know you had a palm bomb, Kage. I looked at that, and of course, you know, I'm seeing an emote. Y'all waiting for the color. I can't believe y'all. Tastes like an orange, one that tasting like mint is your Dirk Leon. Well, I mean, you've got green in his palette. So, orange cream. Undertone of chiles. Interesting. Be silly and be like absinthe. So, absinthe, the key flavor. Where is the sweet girly bat? Oh, she'll be in here, Leona. I know she is going to show up soon enough. You will see her. Head and Shoulders mint body. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. No. Oh dear. That certainly is a choice. Orange Starburst. So I'll say with the thing with zest, especially with citrus, is that zest has a little bit of a bitterness to it. And that's kind of one of those interesting things, is when you get those very sweet fragrances, bitter is a nice way that it can help things bloom. So in case anyone is familiar with cherry blossom or almond, you can, or even just on a very basic note, coffee. Coffee, where the fragrance of coffee and this earthiness can really help sweetness bloom even more. Compliment it. Tagalog. So I'll say any Tagalog that I know is very basic. Only from anyone who's ever visited this world who might have shared a little bit. So it is not something I will profess any expertise with. Biggest thing I know is just, keep some adobo at the ready for good cooking. Leon tastes like mint. I'm apparently like orange. Laszlo. And hello, Purple Potato. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. Welcome to this world. Welcome to the Zettaplex. Your escape from it all. Make yourself comfortable. Xiangyun. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of these flavors seem to match colors. So there is a color association with these flavors, which is interesting. It's always interesting to see what one's perspective might be. And going back to the topic of absinthe, the key flavor of absinthe is licorice. And absinthe is a light green, kind of almost a little bit close to chartreuse, which is a yellow green. But the key flavor, licorice, anise seed, and it's a very floral kind of fragrance. So something where, I'm trying to think how else best to describe what you would get. Hello, Lorelei. Oh, what do you taste like? So I will say, I don't know if I've been able to get any nodes of your fragrance, but pivoting a little bit, if we're talking about flavors. Lorelei. I get a feeling for dark chocolate and raspberry. So, getting something that has that very rich, milky bitterness of dark chocolate, somewhere between like 60-70%. And that nice, just sweet enough flavor of raspberry. Although now I'm even curious. I was thinking of another kind of berry. I don't know if anyone has had lingonberry before. So, imagine lingonberry in chocolate. Or even if we're going, for some reason I'm thinking of Scandinavian kind of things where licorice chocolate is a thing. And it's a very interesting flavor. Something that certainly is different, but has a very nice balance, usually a sweeter chocolate too. I like thinking of flavor combos, so, mind you, welcoming you all into the lounge. So in case we were to pull back everything, I do have the bar back there. So certainly many drinks can be combined for very rich, intricate flavors, things that will evoke feelings and sensations. Heard about chartreuse? Yes. Well, what if you tasted like poison and Eris? So I'm going to say in that case, almond. And fun little fact is that the two drinks of love are both made with almond. Amaretto and cyanide. So depending on which way you're feeling, whether you're like, yes, a love that will transcend time, or you're the crazy yandere who's like, my senpai, we will never be separated. Here, drink, my senpai. Drink. Dark chocolate. I know. So for any of y'all who are joining Lorelei and I, we were really getting in deep on coffee interests and how to get good flavors. And I just thought of something. Black currant could be another very flattering flavor of a particularly good pour over cup of coffee. Currant fruit is another one of those where you're getting a very you're getting a tartness to it. And I like tart fruit in particular. Since when you get something that just tastes like a lot of sugar, it can be overpowering, it can be too sweet. But when you get something like that, you want to slow down and savor it a little bit more. So lingonberry, currant, cranberry, yandere coated. I mean, not the worst thing in the world to have the essence of almond. It is a beautiful fragrance as well. Drink for roses. So, funny enough, Is there a drink for roses? You can have rose water. Although rose water I feel like is used in baking. Like there is one particular Spanish confectionery, Mazapan de Toledo, Spanish marzipan, that's traditionally made in Toledo. And it's an almond cookie. Yeah, technically it's a cookie. It's an almond cookie, so you have flour, you have confectioner's sugar, and a little hint of rose water. So I feel like with rose, you get it as an aromatic. I'm trying to think of anything that's a specifically like a rose-coated drink, because I feel like you get some other flowers. As we were talking about chartreuse, a lot of the ones that'll use different liqueurs. I'm trying to think. I feel like I don't see roses much in drinks. Gonna stretch my... Oh, actually, I probably should stretch my tail. I missed that. There we go. Let me make sure to stretch out. Very floral. Yeah, it's one of those that... I feel like rose, it's a very subtle fragrance. Eris like, I'm not yandere, just very territorial. Stretching out, stretching out. Oh, there we go. Thank you for the reminder to do that. I was a little tense. As are a bomb! Dropping the bombs and a hydrate too. Thank you very much for that. Yes. So that's that hard thing. Like as I was thinking, where whenever I've seen rose water used, it is as a very subtle accent. And like Spanish marzipan, it's something that has such a very light sweetness to it that rose water can complement it, because almond is subtle, and I love almond. Almond is a beautiful flavor, is a beautiful fragrance. There we go, stay hydrated. Rose water gelato, yes. I could definitely envision that flavor, very subtle, because it feels like it's a sweet cream, first and foremost, but having that little essence of almond. Because I was thinking of something that's a bit stronger, like for those of y'all who like bubble tea. It is bubble tea, but I was trying to say boba tea. Make sure I didn't accidentally say booba tea. That's for later. Collaring me again for that. Y'all really like to use your 2 collar redeems. An orange dreamsicle, creamy, nostalgic, or mocktail. Well, I will say, probably in my case, you would have a little bit of a punch to it, so I'm not necessarily sure it'd be a mocktail, but...
Good boy.
Vanilla cream, thank you. Vanilla cream, orange juice, vanilla vodka, or whipped cream vodka. Interesting. I'm intrigued that y'all seem to associate cream with me. How very interesting. It feels like I would think you all would be getting spice, but you think cream. Interesting. Because I feel like creamsicle is a hard flavor to pull off, because I think it can almost end up too milky if you're not careful. Although, thinking of mocktails, if any of you all who have spent any time on TikTok, if you've ever seen any videos from the Goddess Boys, which 2 broskies who they both do ASMR dirty sodas. And they're just, everything is this very cartoony. All right. Just, just all these various sounds. Oh, made a mess. Just get the table. And then, pour, open the thing up. Cling, 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 cling. So on and so forth. Jingle, jingle. ASMR would really be fun to get into at some point. Teehee again. Jim Beam. Well, I will say whiskey certainly is. For Dream Juice, whiskey can be very nice. I do like things that have a little more complexity to them. But like helping people to craft their dreams. To me, it's beautiful when you can have so many dimensions that you can taste one thing and then taste another thing. Cointreau, yes. Cointreau as an orange liqueur, very flavorful, very strong citrus. Flavor just as sweet. Interesting. So everyone finds their flavor. Very interesting. Green apple and coffee. That's a combo. I'm not sure how I feel about that combo. Get back, drawing food. And Zora, may you have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your mind, may your mind palace bloom and give you every beautiful vision that you can take in. May every sight as you look around bring you peace, comfort, and happiness. And when you are ready to return to the waking world, may there be a soft light that will guide you back to the hours of the waking. So, until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. That is such an interesting challenge where someone is finding their flavor, kind of like with a fragrance. I know there is someone who is a friend who does a lot of matching people with their fragrance. Want to see what you drew? Your Cyranosi? Absolutely. Let's see what's in the Zetaplex. I've not seen if anything has been dropping there. Oh! Tuxel, what the fox? And then seeing some drawn food. That's very kawaii food. That is also a very Luna-coded... That is a very Luna from Sailor Moon coated jelly-filled donut. Ooh. Your siren. I'm really enjoying seeing the color work there. Because now that is... I was going to say, what did you use for that? Is that watercolor? Or is that some kind of... Is that charcoal? No, it wouldn't be charcoal. You can't have colored charcoal, I don't think. Loving the dimension of that. And all of a sudden, Tuxel just dropping another little surprise. Let me get that loaded all up. Can you have some? I will say, now that drink in particular, that looks... both of those drinks look beautiful. Looking like we got kind of an orange with either some chilling pearls in there for cooling or... Yeah. I love the blue drink in particular. It looks like a genie's cocktail. Is that supposed to be a Brock reference? I don't know what you're talking about. Alcohol blending markers. Gotcha. That's what it is. Okay. And, let's see if I can pull this up. Make sure I don't accidentally load something from the wrong folder. Something. Make sure the right tags. Tukes will be like... Whoop, large. Transform, fit to screen. What the fox say? Yep. Demonetized. Oh my god. Imagine if I were a fox boy. I'd almost feel like then I really am one of Mama Avi's children. Also, Benedictine. As we're talking about liqueurs. Benedictine, I haven't had it in a while, but Benedictine is delicious. It's one of those sweeter liqueurs. I forget the exact flavor combo. but it is very nice. And Wing Zero, may you have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your mind palace, may you be at ease, and may you drift down into the perfect calm of rest. So, until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. Rest, recover, and be well. Food or a drink? I would say, thank you. I was trying to think about Benedictine because I believe I remember the citrus notes as well. Citrus liqueurs are very nice. And there's so many varieties. So if anyone has heard, we were talking about chartreuse earlier, which is a very rare and, well, it's a limited production liqueur made by monks of one particular abbey in Europe. Very complex flavor. And protected recipes, so no one person has the entire recipe to make this stuff. But very complex flavor, and then you have other ones. Interesting things like elderflower liqueurs. You have, which I think Saint-Germain is that, or you have Benedictine, Cointreau for anything that is an orange citrus liqueur. You visited the actual distillery. Nice. Two hunters are out in the woods. One of them collapsed. Doesn't seem to be breathing. His eyes are glazed. The other whips out his phone, calls a murder service. Says, my friend is dead. What can I do? Operator says, calm down. I can help. Let's make sure he's dead. In silence, a gunshot is heard. Oop. Lol, whoops. That certainly accomplishes that. And welcome, Lily. Make yourself comfortable. Welcome to your escape from it all. Just know it'll only cost you a memory, however long you need to stay. I will say, discussing whiskey, and fair warning since we are discussing dream juice, consume anything responsibly. I don't want to find out any of you are getting up to any trouble out there. Enjoy for flavor. Enjoy for sensation. Do not enjoy to get shit-faced because, enjoy for taste. Otherwise, the only taste your face is going to have is vomit. Benedictine from Normandy, Cointreau from Angers. Okay. Each one having its own significance. And, so I believe it's Americanized usually as Cointreau, but it's French. So, I assure you I would not be doing something like that, Diana. I'm not one for aggression. Anyone that I ever would show an aggressive side to, let's just say, well, certainly that stops any aggression. Lorelai just like, mine. I was trying to think if I could imitate your laugh in there as well, but I thought, I feel like I want to practice that a little bit to get that matching cadence. Eat burritos like Amethyst. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm not one for much aggression. I don't want to be causing anyone any unpleasant dreams, anything jarring that would disrupt them. Because to go from a dream to a nightmare is a very horrifying experience. Your heart rate races, you feel chaos, you feel overwhelming senses, you feel too much heat, you feel all of these things that cause you to panic. That's not my flavor. That's where we got our sweet little girl, where all of a sudden when she senses any bad vibes, she's just like, hug! To just take it all away. If anyone were to come into this world who is not welcome in this world, unfortunately, there's not many people who are banned from this world in between worlds. If they somehow come in and try to cause trouble, they will be dealt with. I'll leave it at that. I mean, we can get some dokies in there. Just making sure, Doki Dokis versus a panic attack. Yes, as we were talking about Absinthe from Pontarlier as well. A little bit of the cultural crossovers. Just you every day. I know. We just get bats in there. Did I just get that from the Pokedex entry? Well, from this little bat that showed up underneath the place, around the endless caverns and pools. It's funny how she's shown some more characteristics. Between you and Leona have been the two who have really brought her to life. So you've really helped bring this girl some character and color. You both are working so perfectly on the same wavelength that she is coming to be. She will join us soon. It's almost like we have a summoning or a seance in there somewhere. Me stay out of trouble? Oh, I assure you. I do not. I like to cause a little comfy chaos in this place, but there will never be much trouble. This is a place for peace. I do not want chaos out of control, because at that point you can't rest. Imagine trying to go to sleep and all of a sudden you're just hearing banging. You're just dealing with too much heat. You just have all of these impulses where you cannot sleep. The worst thing in the world, even worse than a nightmare, I would say, is where you cannot sleep. Because it is such a beautiful escape. Something where your mind is free of everything. Anything you could ever want is within reach. And the inspiration where you can take those dreams and then bring them to life. How terrible would it be to not dream? Don't want you? What do you mean, Harris? And hello, Ash. Good morning. How you be today? What is up? Oh, good morning. Wake up. May your eyes be opening peacefully. Also, I'm just seeing this horrified face, which almost looks a little bit... It's almost like looking a bit like a Klasky Chupo character. Suddenly, Ash comes in. Pokey! But, yes. Discussing dreams, flavors, sensations. So many wonderful things that can put one at ease, bring one to peace. Basically, chaos, true. Kind of comes with anarchic or anarchaic, depending on how you format your name. But a little chaos is certainly quite nice. It is just nice to have that calm down at the end. Soothing, relaxing. Cozy chaos is the vibe. So there will be a little bit of things going a bit off the rails. Appeared in yours, did I now? I hope it was a good dream. Hopefully I didn't have to do too much work. Be like an old-fashioned anime character who's like, oh, I have to do paperwork, I have to do actual work, man. I just want to be able to goof around and go to anime. Well, I don't even want to go to anime school. I just want to have anime fun. But there we go. Only flavors you know are from emotions. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes. Suddenly, everyone, there's our flavor. Toast. You wake up and you're running late for anime school and you're like, oh no, I woke up late. I can't be late. My senpai will never accept me. And then you all of a sudden just start running out like, toast in the mouth. And then suddenly you're slow motion running because, it's anime. And for whatever reason, you're slow motion running. You got your toast in your mouth. You miss the bus. You miss the train, whatever it is. You somehow make it to school with 10 seconds to spare as you hear the morning bell. Dun, 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 dun. Crash into your senpai. Knock him or her over. Toast goes flying out of your mouth. And, they're just dazed. They're like, oh, what the heck just, and, you're flustered. You're blushing like, stupid senpai, you're in my way. I don't like you or anything. And then, of course, run into class. And then you start doki-dokiing and your face blushes because you realize, I just touched my senpai. It's like we're practically married. And then you get hit by Truck-kun and sent away to an isekai. Anime was a mistake. And hello, Komainu. Welcome in, welcome in. Senpai, why are you so baka? Senpai, why are you so skibby baka? Tell me. I want you to be my Huggy Wuggy-kun. Why are you so baka baka? Don't be skibaka. There we go. Oh no. Are y'all not liking this? Are y'all saying I'm bringing out too much of the brain rot?
Brain rot to itte gozaimasu.
No. Everyone just hears that. They're just like, shut! Too much indeed. Get rid of it. You turned into the chaos part now. All of a sudden, we were running off to anime school and we just collided with our senpai. Lucky I can't... I know, right? I'm protected. My body is ready, but I am protected. That also reminds me, I had heard where I can also make some GIFs and line stickers. So I've been meaning to do that to add more fun things. Claim the next caller? Maybe. Y'all just want to collar me. Y'all just want me to be your good boy at your side. Just sitting down next to your throne. Just faithful like a guard dog. Flashing a violent smile that I could bite off the face of anyone who causes you trouble. But I will be your good boy. You're welcome. And Aries, may you have a good night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your mind, may the visions that you see as you sink down be the most wonderful sights can come to mind. And so, be at ease, dive deeper, and until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. Work in a few hours? Understandable. Thank you as always for popping in, Azrael. So, rest well, be well, have an easy day today. And we'll see you again soon. Good night. Pajama time, eh? Collared me twice. Think my body is safe. I mean, my body is ready. And there it is. You who claimed it. Y'all just want me to be a good boy. All right. My job here is done. She is so proud of herself. I guess, this is the trade-off where all of a sudden, now we're getting Fox High. Getting myself ready for Star Fox. Switch to Star Fox. Getting ready to go into all range mode. So the trade-off is, yes, be collared. Ah, yes. And I've been very curious about who Bonnet is, Leona, since we got another bat who is joining the family. Trinket with a blueberry hair clip. That is nice. Heck, I love seeing OCs. I love seeing new characters. Oh my god, Lion. I saw it minutes after it got announced, and I'm like, what? And I don't think we ever talked about this, but I am a big Star Fox nerd. Even going back to Once Upon a long time ago, seeing the original Star Fox. But No, Star Fox 64 was one of my favorite games as a little whelp. And seeing, I know there's been some mixed opinions where some people are like, okay, you know, it's Star Fox 64, but completely remade. Who knows how many hours? This dude and I, Lion. I should say Eternal Lion because I know Floral, you're hanging out here as well. But Eternal Lion and I, for the years that we have known each other, it's uncanny the parallels of our interests. And the way in which it's like, if something is not on the same wavelength, then there's a slight deviation where it just splits apart just enough to be distinct but in the same... It's I'm trying to think how best to describe besides just it's funny. Oh my. So, Star Fox, yes. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, because I saw a question on the YouTube side, Star Fox is a Nintendo franchise that is a space shooter following Fox McCloud and the Star Fox mercenary fighter pilot team, who is on their mission to save the Lilat system from Andros, who is a insane scientist who wages war on a world he was exiled from. There we go. I was like, not exercised, exiled. And it is an iconic space shooter. Was also very cutting edge with the first two games. The original game released on the Super Nintendo used what was called, I think, if I remember correctly, I believe it was the Mode 7 chip, which was a way that you could take this system to render 3D polygons and manipulate things in such a way so it was very, very early 3D technology. And then when the Nintendo 64 came out, you had Star Fox 64, in which it was an innovative game for its time that had very good space shooter controls. It was a game that had early voiceover. So Nintendo put a lot of work into all these voiceover clips that you will have to have heard at some point. Even if it's just Peppy Hare's, do a barrel roll. Actually, no, he's a little bit, Pep is more like this. He's, he definitely got a very kind of folksy way of speaking to him. So it's like, Fox, do a barrel roll. There we go. Not quite as punchy for Peppy. Exercised from, yes. Suddenly just spins his head around backwards. But there are so many iconic voice lines from the series. There hasn't been an original Star Fox game that's been released in many years. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. Oh, Star Wolf. Or, pick your character of choice. As this was a little before you'd come in, but then, of course, depending on which combo of characters. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. Oh, my. Wait. Why's my live discontinued? What happened? Oh, there we go. Connection unstable. That's why it's happened. Let's fix that up. Live ended? No. We need to fix that. Experimenting with TikTok for y'all. So, new adventures. Land of Adurgosi, because why not? Oh, that's right, color. What have we gotten? What do we have with colors that we've not done yet? Yes. And Naya-chan, may you have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you drift away into a peaceful abyss, may the warmth of your soul wash over your body and carry you into a peaceful depth where your minds can wander. And so, hold on to those visions and memories, dear, And until you return to this dream world, good night. Let's see if I can kickstart that one last time. Color. 2 green Durgs. Who do you have? I know you do have someone who has red as a signature color already. Okay, I'm going to give you one that I don't think we've used yet. Black. I want to see a character, whether it's either their hair or some markings, that just... And I figure we got a lot of interesting ways we can go with this, where we can either have a very pale character with black as a contrast, so we're getting into that kind of gothic monochrome, or you could have a... Trying to think of the best way of describing it, because I don't think all of your Durgs. Let's see, the Prince kind of almost felt like he had a bit of an arabesque flavor. So I think something with black, however you want to interpret that. Whether, again, we want pale contrast and gothic, or if it's something that you are working with, say, more caramel, chocolate kind of colors, more melanin, and however you want to interpret that. I feel like there's many things we could do with that. And hello, Yvonne. Welcome. Talking about a little character design, introducing some new characters. So, try and encourage creation. Having some fun along the way. Okay, and good to know that black is resonating as another option. Oh. Also, I see what you're working on, Leona. That is going to be fun. And also, Tukes are working on some more stuff as well. I see. I love creativity. I love seeing what everyone has to offer. Having a couple of things in the works. Always want to make the work happen. Work. Or something like that. All of a sudden, I'm drawing a blank. How's it going again? Gremlin giggle. I know what you are, Tuxel. Oh my. Nothing like a little creativity. A little art. Beautiful. Let's see. What's going on there? Wait, what the heck? Oh, that's some BS right now. Oh well, guess I'll have to play with that later. There we go. Black and blue like a... Oh, that actually would be a good color combo we could work with. Black and blue, yes. Don't mind me. Just something in the background. Let's see. Now we're thinking like a royal blue. Interesting. I feel like either a primary blue. There's so many options we could go with. I'm not entirely. Yeah, there's so many things you could do with that. Interesting. I know there's so many things you can do. Color combos. I'm trying to think of what else you could come. Because that is a nice thing about neutrals. Black and you just got so many options you can use. Wait, what the heck? Interesting. Black and red, or turquoise could be another good option in there. I feel like at that point you're getting something that is... You're getting something that's got a little more brightness to it to contrast with the black. Ooh. Back to bed. Rest well, Ash. Sweet dreams. Idea involving Nightwing and Starfire, which, yes, nice. Love it. Oh, no, I definitely love that. But, trying to think about what else for art. My mind is kind of wandering right now. I feel like you could go with a turquoise and cyan if you want something that is a lighter color. You could definitely go with more primary blue, closer to royal blue. There's so many things you can go with, even maybe indigo if you want to go with two darker colors. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like we got some good options there. Black and orange. Yeah, like orange I know is a nice accent color. And I think that could definitely work as well. I feel like almost, maybe not necessarily a primary orange, but pulling it towards like a red orange. So as Jesse is saying, something like a sunset orange. I do like that. I do like that. What else could we do? Doing a full... You turning me into a full Durgan? Oh, really now? Interesting. As I see, we got even more art dropping in. Healer. Beautiful. You'll see. Oh, my. Well, and Lorelei, have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And may you be at peace. So, rest well. May you have beautiful visions. And until you return here, good night. Think I'll like the concept, eh? Okay. I like some of the stuff we're coming up with right now. Imagine we just do a stream where it's just brainstorming. It's just brainstorming art concepts. So everyone is bringing out something and we're just kind of going back and forth. I guess maybe like a co-working session, but then it's just everyone kind of wants to develop this idea for something that they're working on. Interesting. I like what we're going with right now. Going for a starry sky with the other color combos. Okay. Because I guess that's the thing. I feel like starry sky, black, indigo, and definitely having some white accents in there as well for your stars. So getting those little bits of light. It's interesting. Wow. Can't believe you. Can't believe you.
Good boy.
Oh, boy. Let me see. One other thing. Trying to take a look at one thing while we're getting ready to. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Taking a quick look at something while we're talking. Write these colors down before you forget. What would be a mix? Black, turquoise, and stars. Is it the most original idea catching up on this? No, don't look at the 500 points. Psst. Head pats and then Blue Rose, you claiming me as well. Waiting for the moment I look away and then suddenly clank! Oh my god. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. Oh my. Aurora Borealis at this time of day, at this time of year, localized entirely within the lounge? Yes. May I see it? No. Oh. So yeah, we've got some good colors to work with here. I was thinking, there is actually something, there is an artist who dropped something I think I might share in the Zettaplex later on, where they had shared some interesting color theory. And it was looking at how to incorporate some very bold, bright colors. And I really liked what they had to to offer, because they were talking about, in particular, how to add colors that are higher contrast, more shocking combo. So let me see. I feel like this hasn't changed much. What's going on with the fan art? Fan art? Why aren't you? What's going on, fan art? There we go. But yeah, it was interesting. I'm trying to think of the specific color palette that they used, but it was a really nice thing to see for kind of how to challenge things. And then they also broke down and offered a little more color theory as well for some other options of what you could get into. It's also interesting when you're looking at luminosity, saturation, your color values, how to find a good balance of things where you're working with some grayscale in there as well. Go work on Ash. I know Blue Rose has been doing some Ash fan art in there too. Make all that. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta drop this in. I gotta drop this in, because... Whoa. I'm slipping on my color for that one. Oh my god. Whoa. So, Eris is suggesting a new look. Eris is suggesting you might see someone in your dreams like this. What do you think, chat? Do you see a griffin dragon? Kind of a centaur build? Holy heck. I'm thick! Dang. Now there is certainly... I'm trying to think of what I was about to say, because I was going to say, one, a dragon you can ride, but I'm going, oh god, I'm definitely going to have to move everything over to Fansly if we get into that kind of content. But, certainly someone bringing very bold visions. I like the anatomy we're getting into with that. Sprouting wings. Interesting. Actually, I'm trying to think if I can move it over here. Whoa. I should probably just scoot myself over, but you know what? I'm too lazy. I don't feel like moving for the camera. So, whoa. Which, by the way, I haven't figured out a way to do this, but I know a lot of y'all. Psychedelic fire. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I feel like I'm exposed right now. This is the this is the least I've ever worn on stream, but you know what? It's artistic. Dang. Dang. Man, I think my horns got even larger. I'm vibing with this. I am very much, this is just, I'm admiring the anatomy of everything. Just whoa. Whoa. I'm sorry, I'm a little speechless right now. Holy heck. I'm sorry as I feel like a bit of a... I feel like Narcissus staring at his reflection right now. We're just like, whoa, whoa. By the way, bat. Some extra honk shoes because of a lot. Yeah, do get some more rest, Yuxel. Rest well. Sweet dreams. And may the plague doctors come to make sure that your sleep is good and healthy. Rest well. I'm still looking at just wow. I'll also say, when working out the details of anatomy like that, also, this is probably the closest I will ever be to a horse boy. So, you know, step in the world of MLP like that. Hi, Miss G. How are you doing tonight? Which, by the way, how was the concert the other night? Okay, Doctor. Hongshu Mimi. Go dormir. Chimera. That's... Yeah, because that's what I was thinking of. Griffin, Chimera. I'm really appreciating that. And, you know, as I probably have gone on many times by now, the beauty where you can combine different elements of something that is so unreal that it is only within the vision of your dreams. It's a beautiful thing what the mind can conjure up. Half horse. Oh my god. Oh no. Man, if I ever figured out how to do song requests, I know you all would have far too much fun with that. Oh my. But so much creativity. And I know, as I'll always say, while showing off fan art. I am loving seeing all the original stuff you guys got. Original stuff, more fan art, or fan art for friends and fellow creators. I love seeing it. Create art, share your art, be proud of your art. It's a wonderful thing. And never be scared to let the world see what you've got in store. Because there's something in your soul that is recorded every time you create a piece of art. Something of your style, something of your emotion. Maynard's third band. Pucifer, Maynard. I feel like I should know this, Pucifer, rock band. Maynard James Keenan, okay. For a moment, I'm like, uh-oh, I was about to be a nerd and thinking of Maynard Ferguson, a famous passed-on trumpet player. Man had an insane range. Tool, Perfect Circle, okay. All of a sudden, I'm a rock heathen for a moment, forgetting about some of the classics. Tool being one of those favorites of people who really enjoy unusual rhythms and things that got a certain flow to them. Nice. Half dragon lower side, side reverse dragonborn. Get those wings, fire. Human top, calm. I know, you're thinking of Chimera, and also just the centaur build like that is so interesting. I'll have to give it a listen. Now, I will say, it's interesting fire, because I do associate myself with cold. Everyone says it's like an icy chill when they feel my breath. Just take the heat away. Just feel that crisp breeze to lull you into a sense of rest. Saw Bush and Pucifer this weekend. So yes, cold flames. Like a borealis. Beautiful sight. I just love the creativity that also goes into ideas. A new form to take. How very interesting. Oh dear. Am I going to need to get a suspiciously rich furry, hire them as am I going to have to be the suspiciously rich furry and hire a stylist? Probably couldn't get something ready in time for Ferralia. I'm sorry, what? Like melatonin but cold? That would be a way of describing it. I know there's many different sleep aids out there, but just the crispness. Any of you who might have ever tried to sleep on a night that's just too hot, whether you don't have air conditioning or just something's not feeling right, to feel that cold where then you can wrap yourself in a blanket and then drift away. Because there's always something where you can find that contentment with just enough warmth. But that cold where it will refresh you and just, it helps to take off the pressure, just the oppressive pressure of heat. Like a boss battle. I was getting that vibe. I didn't want to describe anything too video game of it. I feel like I need a Latin choir when I appear in that. Veni, veni, venias, ne memoris etias. Veni, veni, venias, ne memoris etias. Zetaroth. Ba-da-ba-bum. Bat. Bataroth. Bat. Bat, 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 bat. Beautiful. One more color for the color palette. I'm gonna be real with you, Max. I think Jesse gave you some very strong options. So not necessarily, because what do we have right now? We have black. Sounds like some turquoise. I feel like you could get some purple in there as well. So we've got the cool color tones. If you're thinking kind of that Borealis flavor as well. Thanks to the Monty Python scene where they sing in Latin and smack their... I can't remember the exact Gregorian chant. Very funny Monty Python scene though. Start of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Oh dear, Monty Python, British humor. Now there's something to spice things up a little bit. Bring out your dad. All the silly British humor. I was about to even cite some of Monty Python's Flying Circus, but all I can think of right now is the silly job interview sketch, which unfortunately is that's just what every job is in 2026. It's a humiliation ritual, so I won't bring up that nightmare. Mihai, would I say the dream crystals are like snow globes? The way I will describe my breath is like diamond dust. The small little ice crystals that will sparkle in the light and just dissolve the moment they hit your face. So you can definitely start seeing some visions when you look into them. It's not necessarily in them that you will feel them, but they will put you in a state where you will start seeing them. So I wouldn't contain them in anything for a vision, but just to help you get to a place where you can feel that. No coffee breath. Well, I mean, I try to make sure it's a little fresher than that, but, because, unfortunately, coffee breath. Coffee is a beautiful fragrance. Coffee is a sour drink. Molten hot maple syrup. Gonna burn, but gonna be tasty. I feel like we got something Canadian coded in there. Just imagine a Canadian dragon where just their breath, it smells like maple syrup. And they have a castle with a hoard over a moat of poutine. And so when you visit the dragon, they're just like, oh, about if you want to come in my house, I can certainly allow you in, but you're not going to get any of my treasure. I'm very sorry about that. And I'd like to ask if you could please leave, because I'd really like to get back to my get my hoard. And just sorry, but if you could please go away, burn you and say sorry. Exactly. With my dreadful amalgamation of Canadian accents right there. Suddenly Summon Jay is just like, actually, no. So, you visit the dragon in his house. Or her house. Question, use the emote of bats? Possibly. I will say, I gotta see how many slots I have open still. Because I think I'm close to hitting my limit of slots. Possibly. I think it kind of depends also. We can talk. We'll figure something out. Because I also want to say, please make art for the sake of art. And hello, Morpho. Yeah, please do get some rest. I won't be going too late. I think, maybe about another half an hour-ish. But mostly here just to help you all be able to drift away. Sorry, you're gonna have to leave about now. That's my treasure. And then just send them off to the next door, Tim Hortons. There you go. That's it. It works perfectly. Just say, I'm sorry I can't allow you into my house. You can't have my hoard, but there's a Tim Hortons next door. They'll take good care of you. Man, I want some poutine now. Talk about their good deals. Thank you, Canada, for poutine. I appreciate the first Canadian who brought poutine to this world. Oh, just chef's kiss. Need to get out of here. It's even interesting listening into Canadian accents. Like, I know there's a whole number of varieties out there that I'm thinking, the one I'm thinking of in my mind right now is JJ McCullough, who he has a much stronger vowel shift that at least sounds quote unquote distinctly Canadian versus some which you might have some very slight vowel changes but are much more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I'd say very slight shift from general American. So kind of that passing, you could be from one of the two countries, whichever it might happen to be. But yeah, I feel like that O is the one that is the big change. When you hear, at least when I've heard something that sounds like it's a certain region of Canada. Need you get out of here? It's always fun hanging out with y'all. Just coming up with silly ideas. Friend of yours who's Canadian, about your opportunity of dual citizenship. He's like, move. Can come over and ask for sugar. And bagged milk. Bagged milk. Get a cup of sugar. Would you get a cup of... I mean, is it a cup of maple syrup or is it actually still sugar? How's that work? Have to learn French? Uh-oh. Become the Quebecois. Move to Canada, want to break away and go to Quebec. Beautiful. Fluent in French Canadian. Très bon, très bon. Beautiful. Just speak. Oh, look, waifus! And hello, Void. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Welcome in, everyone. I am Mihai Zetta. I am the Dream Dragon. This is the Zettaplex, your escape from it all. Make yourself comfortable. Whatever you need, this world is yours. And just know that however long you need to stay, it'll only cost you a memory. So I'm trying to see, Void, what were you streaming tonight? I'm not sure if Yeah, what are y'all coming in from? Outer Wilds. What is that game? I don't know that one. Doing a little quick searching on Steam, but I am curious. Outer Wilds. What do we have here? Open world mystery about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop. Ooh. I can dig that. So I'm guessing puzzle, exploration, story rich. Interesting. I feel like there was someone else who was doing this recently. Interesting. Looks advised to go in blind. Fair. I will not spoil anything, because it looks like this is one amazing story-rich game. I do enjoy a good story. Interesting. And I will say to everyone who is coming in, of course, do make sure to take a chance to rest. Make sure to rehydrate. Make sure to breathe. Make sure to relax. We're hanging out just for a little bit tonight. Talking about stuff all over the place. Talking about art, talking about color palettes, talking about Aurora Borealis. Talking about Canadian dragons. We've got Chimera dragons and we've got Canadian dragons who will burn you with their hot syrupy breath. And me getting collared as usual. Oh my god. So we are having some fun right now. But yes, Canadian dragons who will burn you with their hot maple syrup breath and then apologize for it. Politely. The most polite dragon where they're not angry that you're trying to oof them and then steal their treasure. They're just like, I'd really appreciate if you just kind of leave my house right now. And then learning Canadian. Beautiful. Or learning Canadian French. Debuted your new... Ooh, I'm going to have to check if you got... Let's see, you do have the... Because I didn't see the replay available yet. I am curious to hear... Okay. I'm going to be curious if you do make your VOD available to give it a listen, as I am very fond of ASMR and just being able to chillax, relax. Can screenshot, okay. Because I do have your profile. It just looks like your VOD is not live yet. Noted. Because I have a feeling I think I might want to rate it. I think I want to rate out once we get ready in a little bit, probably to go to some ASMR. So, something to help you all drift away into an even deeper dream. Kiss, kiss, hug respectfully. All of a sudden about to pivot into some anime. Everyone's been doing a lot of Minecraft recently. Maybe it is about time we get to another Minecraft stream at some point. Just build, or even Hytale, because I know it's been a minute since I last picked up Hytale. I always go, we'll play a game. We'll toss a game in there. And it's just nice chatting for a while. Not you joining in on a raid train, eh? Yeah, I know. Well, Ms. G, I know she's been enjoying some Hytale. I know you've been doing some stuff with Cal over on your side of things. And I bounce around so much with games that it's always... I'm trying to think what to say with that. I know I might call it a little bit earlier. Just, fearing my mind is getting a little scattered. So I wouldn't want to then be yanking y'all all around on kind of a funny journey into your depths. Hytale and Icarus. I know you've been enjoying Icarus a lot. I've been seeing you do that a bunch of times since you do a lot of open world games. But yeah, thinking of some new things. I'd even thought there's a Star Fox like that is called Fur Squadron that was recently released. And I'd been meaning to check it out. It's not a very long game. But celebrating, Star Fox. Jimmy, this is the 4th time you've shown Star Fox this week. But I've been real hype that there's this big remake that Nintendo just, of course, explodes out of nowhere and is like, surprise! Here, have the ultimate version of the Star Fox story. Uppies? We can sneak in some uppies. There you go, Blue Rose. You are right there. So uppies you go. In fact, there you go. Rest. Squish, squish. Actually, no. We got squishy. We got the muscles. Taunt, the other one. Yes! So I don't know if you had seen this. I'll have to send it to you after stream. But Star Fox 64 is getting a Switch 2 complete remake. Cinematic cutscenes. They're redoing it stylistically so it evokes the style of the original Star Fox with the models that they used. I know, big Ermagerd. Guys, we're gonna be barrel rolling like heck for the next month. I know, we're all bonding over Star Fox tonight. So anyway, surprise, yes, tonight is your furry night. We're gonna go out, we're gonna go enjoy some fan art, we're gonna go enjoy some fan fiction. It's like the 90s internet. The halcyon days. Fox! I did enjoy Star Fox though, just, you know, and it's so interesting that a game that had, for all intents and purposes, a pretty light story. One that was not getting into too much depth, aside from, you know, the whole, not even a spoiler at this point. Here you go, Blue Rose. You get the start. Yeet. Smiles big and wide for your new design. Good. Not too much. The little bit of backstory as to how Fox became the head of Star Fox, taking over after his father, James McLeod. It's interesting that the fandom really rolled with it. I remember some creators back when I was a little whelp who were coming up with all these original plot lines to kind of flesh out some of the other characters. I think it is only Switch 2, in part because the graphics that they're doing for it, this thing looks pretty intense. I don't know if the Switch 1 could handle it. Now, given Nintendo's very good at optimizing, this is one thing that, love or hate Nintendo, they put in significant effort to optimize their games. So that, I know. It does suck, since the Switch 2 is not a cheap system. Console gaming is dreadful right now. And it'll be interesting to see if it does change. I'm not going to talk about the Waking World too much, but I know there's a lot of constraints right now that have caused it, sadly, to be... It's very expensive to be a gamer right now. But at least the effort that they put into their games to make sure they're about as bulletproof as possible and ready for market. So you're not going to suddenly start playing it and then, you know, Steel Wool game, where the game is just freaking out even though you've got a 4080 Super to run it. I will definitely be playing it when it comes out, because I have not played a Star Fox game in a long time, so I will be very hyped to see what they do and add some different modes to this. But no, it looks amazing. It's interesting because some people, they've been a little on the fence going, oh, you know, it kind of looks a little funky when you have this stylization that they're really leaning into the animal qualities more so than they have in the past. Even where all of the characters who are of a species where they have an extra joint in their legs, that's depicted. So suddenly you're seeing Fox walking on very small fox paws, and everyone's like, oh, this looks kind of weird, but, oh man, I'll be watching you so hard. Phrasing! Oh no. Well, don't worry. I shall make it. No, I couldn't think of that. Posted snapshot of your new look in Creative Showcase. Okay. Ooh. I see. Okay. So I see the characteristics you're going with it. Now, Void, had you styled yourself like that? Or had you worked with someone to get your new look? Okay. I will say I love the very lilac starry quality of your hair. Okay, so that is all your work. Gotcha. Nice. And I'm gonna guess by that background, probably using VideoTube. Maybe? I think with that checkerboard pattern, looks like it's probably VideoTube. Okay. Me liking to see a little bit of how everything looks behind the scenes. Nice. Very nice. So yeah, I do hope you have more good streams. I'm looking at the depth of the hair and how it's just got such a cosmos quality to it. indeed feeling, just embodying that feeling of void. I'm also hearing a little bit of Cecil Palmer of Night Vale Community Radio. Hello, listeners. Tonight we look at the sky, a beautiful sky, out above us, underneath the light of the sign of the Arby's, a wide expanse of the sky, partially stars, mostly void. And be well, Jesse. Have a good day. And make sure to give your pup lots of snuggles. He is so cute. Every time Big Pup does something cute, it's like, oh. He's so sweet. Look at the big golden. He's so cute. Indeed. Oh, I should probably stretch. That actually sounds like a good call, because I have been a little shrimped up. All right. Loosen up. Get a little of that. A little of that. Thank you for the reminder. Welcome to Night Vale. Weird at last, weird at last. God Almighty, weird at last. Welcome to Night Vale. I so enjoyed Night Vale. So many good radio plays out there. And Night Vale kind of being one of the big ones of the bunch. Just so iconic, running for 14 years. I'm old. The Void only requests that you talk, not scream. And remember, dear listeners, do not enter the dog park. The city council has informed us that the dog park does not exist. Do not think of the dog park. Do not I'm sorry, dear listeners. My thoughts were just wandering right now. I was thinking of a new scientist who came into town. I do love science. I've been very fascinated in it since he appeared. His name is Carlos. Perfect Carlos, with his perfect hair and his perfect way he talks about science. Dear listeners, I appear to be getting a little distracted, so without further ado, I take you to the weather. I'm sorry, I'm nerding on about Welcome to Night Vale right now. Cecil Baldwin's performance. Collaring me for that, Eris. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. Oh my god. The Otter Park. Oh my god. Now I need to listen to Welcome to Night Vale. I feel like, did we ever have an intro of an Otter Park? I feel like an Otter Park would be very popular in June for reasons which I shall not elaborate. Soft spots for nerds. What can I say? Oh my god. Shucks. Saying that I'm a big ol' nerdy dragon. Oh. You flatter me. Where's ZZ hugging my face? Probably, she's probably in the depths right now. So, you almost typed something silly, Nani? Too silly for chat, eh? I mean, y'all know I certainly will encourage a little silliness. Grab the newest version of Vito, eye blinks, being quiet. Okay. Because, actually, wait, now that I think about it, are you using the, not Vito 2 Mini, are you using the one that the developer has been trying to make as their own rigging software? I ate nerds today. Oh. Look at that moth. Moth. We don't have bats. We have moth. Not me. Okay, so you are using the full one. I had experimented with that because I'd been curious to try it out just to see how it worked. Bit of a learning curve. And also, getting something that is rigged up. Now I am very interested to see what you were doing with that. Once your VOD goes live. Okay. I dig it. I just love seeing creativity. Yeah. It's also, well, and it's also one of those challenges. So for anyone who has tried rigging anything, there are certainly a lot of programs that are more accessible than others and have UIs that are more evocative of something. So for anyone, say, who looks at PNG-Tube Remix, it's its own thing, but there are elements that parallel PNG Tuber Plus, the program that it's basically a complete refactoring of. And now VideoTube is very straightforward, something that's designed to be as plug and play and user-friendly as possible. And then you have your big boys, if you will. So you have VTube Studio, and I think VRoid is the other one for the 3D models. Like, I know Miss G, she uses 3D. I always forget. I believe you said VRoid in the past. Make sure the vid is going to go live, yeah. Because I think it's just, probably was just not set to go live after you concluded. Have the two side ones. I'm not sure if I know what is meant by that. Yeah, VRoid and the PNG, yep. It's sometimes a lot of fun just seeing the tech that goes in these things and how much you can accomplish. Even there was one creator, Red Bean Porridge, Johan, his name is, artist, and he's done some pretty innovative stuff as well whenever he switches to his animated form. Like one time he had lost his voice, so he proceeded to do a text-to-speech where he had programmed himself to sound like an Animal Crossing character. And just hearing that, but also he's got subtitles on his stream. Very nice for accessibility, by the way. But he had designed that where it was just generating all of his text on screen and created a very cute effect. Little heavy on the hardware, yes. So I was thinking of VTube Studio because I don't think you can actually broadcast using Live 2D, but with Live 2D being the basis for all the VTube Studio models. So can definitely be pretty taxing depending on what resources you are using. It's all a balancing act. All trying to get things efficient, and I'm also curious if VideoTube Full offers Spout 2 support, which at least is one nice thing that you're not using a lot of resources for getting the model to OBS as something like a game capture source, because Spout 2 basically uses no system resources versus any of the other options. Couple of closed captions, yeah, because I've looked at doing it. I'm a little worried. I feel like the closed captions might not, I feel like they might go a little sideways and just gotta incorporate them. I know there's some very good tutorials. I think it was Phlox. They had discussed good ways of setting up closed captioning. And I know Sketchy Raven uses them as well for her streams. Did lose signal, so there's 2 videos. All good. All good. All good. Tested the image reaction on OBS out of boredom. Need some yeah. Oh, so Angel, you're trying to do an image reaction kind of setup. Wanna guess the new Durg's name? Give me a hint, Max. So I want to say Raven normally does have closed captioning. At least she has for some of the last few streams that I've been in. I don't know if she's got them for every stream, but I do remember them pretty distinctly. Which, yeah, all fun people. It starts with the letter A. I feel like I want to say Aiden, maybe? Because that feels like it might fall in the same energy as some of your others. Nope. Okay, so not Aiden. Are we going for something a little more classical, like Asriel? Maybe? Did I get closer with that one? Or am I thinking too outside the box? Starts with an A and ends with Andreas, maybe? Is that what we got for the name? What else could it be? What else could it be? Also saving something for a few more minutes. And I'm assuming male, because I think we were designing a male Dirg. Yeah, I feel like I want to say Andreas. Antares. Oh. Interesting. Do you have a meaning behind Antares? Because I'm trying to think. Just taking a look right now. Sounds celestial. You'd be right. It is the name of a star, taking a look at it right now. In the constellation of Scorpius. Aha! Rival to Mars due to its distinct red color. Interesting. Interesting. Heart of the Scorpion. Ooh. Hello, Parker. Actually, yeah, getting ready to call it a night pretty soon. So, we're gonna be drifting away. But talking a little more character design. Some more fun stuff. Talking also a little bit of VTuber tech. As Void was just popping in and showing us some of the things that they were working on for debuting a new look. Yes. Yes, the one place untouched by capitalism. Space! Little Tim Curry in there to end the night. Well, as we're discussing the cosmos, how about we get ready to set course for where to go tonight? I think tonight we're gonna raid someone new. I know where I think I want us to go. So, let's get ready to find what I need, finally. There we are. I appreciate you all joining tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure spending my night with you. And I hope that as you close your eyes, rest your souls, you can be at peace and ready for a new adventure when the time is right. So, may your dreams flood your mind. May you see the most beautiful visions. And when you need to head back to the waking world, may it be a soft light that guides you. Know that you are always welcome in this place, for however long you need to escape. As always, it'll only cost you a memory. But thank you always for being a part of my world. And I appreciate a chance to be a part of yours. We do have the Discord for anyone who'd like to hang around afterward. Got lots of good people, lots of art. Some of y'all have been seeing some of the stuff everyone's been working on tonight. So keep creating. Bring those dreams to light. And hello, Edwan. Unfortunately, you're coming in right at the end, but we are getting ready. I think tonight I want to raid Calypsy, who is doing an ASMR stream. Now, she's hung out with us a few times, so I want to see what she's got to offer. So, I've got our raid message ready. Make sure to copy paste. And we're going to get ready to go on to a new adventure. So, thank you for joining me, dreamers. Get ready to dive deeper. Dive deeper. Get ready to dive deeper. And until our next stream, I will see you all soon. Good night.